If you're building automations with Anyten or Zapier or even Make.com, you're building it the hard way, and I'm about to show you why. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you how to build a complete agentic workflow from scratch without configuring a single node or writing a single line of code. Just one conversation with Claude Code and it does the job. I run an AI consultancy where I help businesses implement AI, and I've taught over 400 plus automation builders this exact method. By the end of this video, you'll see why agentic workflows aren't just the future, they are already here. Anyways, enough of the talking. Let's go ahead and build this. So let me give you a quick context on how the old way of building automation is and the new way that we're pivoting towards, so that it can give you a bit of a better understanding when it comes to understanding what agentic workflows really is. So the old way of building automation, it's mainly done visually, because we add nodes onto our canvas, we configure each node, and then we connect each node together basically, and then we hope everything works. However, when it comes to agentic workflows, it's fundamentally different, because this is more language driven, because you describe what you would like to build in plain English, and then the AI figures out the best way to build that solution for you, and it works right out of the box. And you can see it's a bit different, because one, you are a builder, which is the old way, and the new way, you're operating as an orchestrator basically, with the AI agent being the automation engineer. So you just explain what you would like done and the AI builds it for you, rather than the old way where you have to build it up together, connect nodes, and hope everything works. So hopefully that makes you understand it a bit. Let's build something live so that it gives you even a better explanation of how this works and how an automation is being built in real time. So in order to make the building process a bit better, we're going to start off not from the bare bones of Claude Code. We are going to be using a skill that will be helping us build these automations in a simpler and way faster manner, because I built a skill that exactly replicates how you build your automations in Anyten. First of all, it helps you map out your workflow. After that, it identifies the tools and APIs that can be used to automate that workflow. Then it turns your workflow into an agent skill. Think of an agent skill as a reusable component that Claude or anti-gravity, or let's say cursor, can call upon whenever it needs to. So just think of it as a package domain expertise that can be called upon automatically when relevant in the conversation. So let's say, for example, you have a workflow that scrapes leads. You can just say in your conversation, I need to scrape 15 leads in this location. And then what it's going to do, since it's a skill, is that it's just going to get triggered in that conversation and your workflow will get called upon, rather than the old way where you have to go into Anyten and put in the input and hope that your automation works. Well, now it gets triggered automatically. Then after that, which is basically the execute, which I just explained. So now let's head over into anti-gravity and start building this. So here we are on the anti-gravity application. We have Claude Code open. For the agent that I will be using to build this alongside the skill will be Claude Code, but you can use any coding agent, whether that be anti-gravity agent itself, which you can pull up by just clicking on here and you can use it, or you can even open the agent manager and use it, or Cursor. Since this is an agent skill, it can be used with any of the platforms. And in order for you to get access to this agent skill, all you have to do is click the link in the description below and you can get access to it from there. And once you have it installed, you can follow the instruction from here on onwards. So we're just gonna tell Claude to use the workflow automator skill, which we're gonna send here. And you can see here it automatically invokes the skill, which if we open here we can see the workflow automator skill being invoked and all of its information is being loaded. So now you can see the phase one, which is discovery, which is where we're basically mapping out the workflow. And here at the bottom you can see it's even saying if we have an SOP, we can just paste it and it's going to map it out for us. So what we want to build now is basically, Okay, so I want to build a workflow that kind of finds problems for me that people always have, so that I can build solutions to those problems. A way that could be done in my head is just a quick brainstorm I had, is that I find people on Reddit, for example, or should I say scrapes through comments on Reddit and finds common problems that people have, and basically aggregates those problems and summarizes it into a list for me. So let's say I'm looking to find problems for doctors. It's going to find a subreddit that doctors hang out, and it's going to scrape through the comments and find common problems. So you can see here I give it a quick explanation. It doesn't have to be as in-depth as this, but you can see here it says, okay, the purpose, like question 2, walk me through the manual process. Okay, so the manual process would basically be, yes, I pick a niche. Let's say I want to find problems that, let's say, developers encounter, for example, and then we find a relevant subreddit, as you say. Then we scrape the comments under the post from those subreddits. We identify problems mentioned in the comments, and then we aggregate and summarize everything. And how do you find the subreddits for a niche? I mean, I just search for it on Google, yeah, and what counts as a problem? All of the above, what you said. And what does the final output look like? It would basically be a simple list of problems with counts, and also it should be grouped by category / theme, and also a way that I could solve the problem to as well. So you can see, I told you this is quite a paradigm shift, because we're moving from builders into orchestrators. And if you can just describe what you would like to build, it's going to go through the process. Since this skill is an expert in building automation, that's the whole point of this skill. It makes everything easier for you. And you can see here it's mapping out the workflow for you. What goes in, what comes out. I finished mapping out the workflow and even identify to use API to scrape and find the subreddits. And here you see we are moving to phase 2, and you can see it's already asking me, do I have an API account? Yes, I do have an API account. And for the AI analysis, let's use OpenRouter. Now it's asking me for the models for OpenRouter. I told you this is good. Yes, I do have an OpenRouter API key, and for the model, let's use one of the DeepSeek models. The latest DeepSeek model, I believe it's extremely cheap, so let's use that one. So you can see here it's going through multiple searches to find how it would basically implement these automation and make sure it's actually going to work out of the box. And it just finished phase 2, which said API research summary complete. You can see for the first tool, which is API 2-step approach. First, find subreddits by keyword, and it returns the member count, so that we make sure we are scraping from the right subreddit, basically, that has the most members or is the most active. And second of all, it also identified that we should use this API actor to scrape posts and comments from those subreddits. And here for the authentication, it also found the input parameters, and for the tool, which is a DeepSeek v3.2, it identified all of that, the input pricing and everything. Now it's going to move on to phase 3, which is workflow analysis. I'm just going to tell it to go ahead. Wow. So it just did the analysis, and you can see the input here, the developers, and it first finds the subreddit, then it scrapes, then it uses AI to identify the problems, then it aggregates and categorizes everything using AI again, and then it generates the solutions again, then it generates a markdown file, and then we have the output here. So if you are a developer and let's say you're a bit more technical than the normal user, you can basically analyze this and have a say on how the automation should be built. But most of the time, it does everything perfect. So now we're going to move on to phase 4, which is the skill generation. And what it's going to do now is going to actually start building this whole workflow. So I'm just going to tell it to go ahead, and it just created a to-do for us. And first of all, create the directory, which you can see here, the .claude. We have the credentials, which is basically where you'll be putting your credentials, then the reference, then the script, which is basically the Python files, and then the user guide too as well. And most importantly, the skill.md, which is basically the foundation of the whole automation basically. And you can see here, it just created the .env.example, which if we open here, we can see it access us for our API token and our open router API key. And also by the end, it will give us a user guide on how we can find and get these tokens and API key. And now it's creating the setup guide, which is just what I said right now. If you were to open it, you can see it just did that. Wow. And if you can remember, it broke down the workflow into different parts. And this is the first part, which is step 1. Find subreddits, which you can find here. You don't need to analyze the code, it does everything for you. And then we have step 2 here. Then I believe we would have 4 steps. I might be wrong, but let's see. That's what I was right. So 4 steps. And the main one is basically what calls upon these individual module Python files. Now it's creating basically a reference documentation. And within actually 2 minutes, it just built out everything for us. I would say from start to end, from calling on the workflow automator skill here, this is the start of this conversation, to this part, it took about 5 minutes. Imagine. I told you this is the future, which is already here. We're already using it and seeing it live in action. Here, it basically creates a git ignore in the case that you're going to push this to GitHub and share it with other people, because it makes this easier to share to other people. Since it's a skill, you can use this with anti-gravity or Cursor or Left Side or even Claude code, or even the Claude.ai platform, the website itself. How? It just completed phase 4, but then there's more phases, which is basically implementation and testing. So now we have to go and get our AP5 API token and our open router API token. So once you have your token and your API key, you want to come here, copy this and simply paste it again and just rename it to .env. When you do this, because of this git ignore, if you were to push this to GitHub, your credentials wouldn't be uploaded to GitHub. So once you share this workflow, nobody would have access to your credentials, just only you. So now we're just going to paste in our credentials here. I just added the API keys now. Make sure you save the file and close it out. And in the case that you don't know how to get your AP5 or open router API key, you can just have a conversation with Claude Code and it's going to help you out with it. Just think of the agent wherever you're running the skill as your technical assistant. It's going to help you with whatever you need. So now we've done this, and what we are going to do is just help me install the dependencies. I've added the AP5 token and the open router token. Send it over now, and it's going to help us install the dependencies. And now it's going to run a small test. I just click on yes. Even if it encounters errors, it knows how to fix it. So you can see here, just fixed it, and we encountered the first one. And you can see it says this actor requires renting. So now it's going to search for 3 alternative actors that does the same thing. I told you this is your technical assistant. So it tested, it did work. You see progress. But then it needs a different search than now. It's fixing it up. So it did find the subreddit. And now the issue in step 2 is the style URL format. You need to be an object with the URL key. So you see there all the technical thinking for you. I don't have to do anything. I'll enter, fix it up, run it again, and it just finished. Wow. You can see here it says it worked. The tool successfully found subreddits for developers, RDev, development, developers, and then it scraped 84 comments, analyzed them for problems. It found 4 problems across 3 categories, and you can see here phase 6 is complete. I'll show you what next is after phase 6, but let us look at the problems. You can see the first one is career and job market, difficulty getting interviews, like referrals, 2 mentions, and this is the solution for it. Or uncertainty about future-proof skills, another one, integration issues, confusion between Visual Studio and VS Code. So you can see how this works. So now the next thing in this skill is that once the test has been done and it was done successfully, what it would do, since this skill is just in this directory right now, because how a skill works is that you have to move it to the global directory so that it can be called upon in any conversation. But right now it can only be called in this directory. So what it's going to do is that you can see here, it asks me to move the skill to the global directory so that it can be called upon in any conversation. So hopefully this gives you a bit of understanding on how this workflow automator skill is. So let's say whenever you're in a conversation, it doesn't even have to be this one. You can just say use the Reddit problem finder workflow to find me problems that doctors are currently encountering, and it's going to go ahead and do that for you, and it's going to produce this output for you that we can see here. I'll do it here, you can see it right here. Perfect. I told you, this is literally in the future. And there you have it. We went from idea to a problem finder workflow in about 15 minutes. No nodes configured, no single line of code written, just one conversation with Claude, and the 6-phase process you can replicate with any workflow that you'd like to automate. As I've told you, if you want access to the workflow automator skill that makes this whole process way easier, you can click the link in the description below and get access to it there. On top of that, you get access to 50+ templates, weekly calls with me, and a community of builders doing exactly this. And if you're a business and you're lost in this AI world and you'd like an AI strategy set for your business, you've come to the right place. You can click the link in the description below and you can book a call with my team. Anyways, I've just showed you how automation should be built from now on. Go ahead and build your first automation and let me know in the comment what type of automation you'll be building. I'm Ahmed, and hope you like this one, and make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.